on. Stop.
Why are test pilots called top guns? Why are they known as kings who rule the sky? Almost every pilot has faced challenging and dangerous situations at least once in their careers. However, there is a group of people whose every flight is full of challenges and life-threatening risks. They are the test pilots, the real heroes who rule the skies, the true kings. Who are test pilots? Why is their career so challenging? Let's watch the video. All aircraft we see today, including fighter jets, must undergo various tests after manufacturing before being delivered. This stage involves manufacturers testing and ensuring that the aircraft have the safety features, facilities, and other specifications promised. Here comes the role of test pilots. Who are test pilots? Test pilots are highly skilled aviators who specialize in flying experimental aircraft to assess their performance, capabilities, and safety. They play a crucial role in the development and testing of new aircraft, including military fighters, commercial jets, and spacecraft. Test pilots are trained to handle complex and potentially dangerous situations in the air, and their feedback helps engineers improve the design and functionality of aircraft. They often work closely with aerospace engineers and designers to push the boundaries of aviation technology. What are the challenges a pilot faces when preparing for a test flight? The first test flight of an aircraft presents test pilots with potentially fatal risks. This is because the aircraft's performance is largely unknown, as it's the maiden flight. Without previous data to rely on, pilots face uncertainty about how the aircraft will behave in various flight conditions. Additionally, flying a new aircraft inherently carries safety risks such as mechanical failures, aerodynamic instabilities, or other unforeseen issues that could result in a fatal crash. Test pilots must be prepared to handle emergencies such as engine failures, loss of control, or structural problems, which can escalate quickly and pose a fatal threat if not managed effectively. Moreover, the pressure to ensure the success of the test flight is intense. Test pilots are tasked with collecting valuable data for further development, and the need to perform under such circumstances can create a high-stakes environment. Even small errors or malfunctions can lead to fatal consequences in this environment, making the first test flight particularly perilous for pilots. Pilots have to face many other risks as most of the test flights are conducted in remote areas. Mechanical failures are a primary concern, as these aircraft are often new designs or heavily modified, and their behavior is not fully predictable. In the event of an in-flight emergency, finding a suitable location for an emergency landing in such areas is challenging, with rough terrain, forests, deserts, and bodies of water complicating safe landings. Limited access to immediate medical help can delay treatment if injuries occur, while poor communication infrastructure in remote regions makes it harder for pilots to maintain contact with ground control or emergency services. Weather variability is another risk, as sudden changes in weather can arise unexpectedly in areas with less detailed weather monitoring. Additionally, pilots may face isolation and the need for survival skills if forced to land in a remote area, dealing with extreme weather and environmental hazards like wildlife or challenging terrain. Despite these dangers, test pilots' extensive training equips them to handle emergencies, perform necessary procedures, and survive until rescue teams arrive. What makes test pilots different from other pilots? Test pilots stand apart from other aviators due to their specialized training, the aircraft they fly, and the nature of their work. Unlike commercial or military pilots, test pilots undergo rigorous training that extends beyond standard certification, encompassing advanced courses in aircraft systems, flight testing techniques, and safety procedures. This specialized training equips them with the skills and knowledge necessary to evaluate aircraft performance, handling characteristics, and safety features during flight testing. Moreover, test pilots operate experimental aircraft that are still in development or undergoing modifications, which often feature unique designs, systems, or capabilities that require specialized skills to operate and evaluate effectively. Consequently, test pilots regularly face higher levels of risk compared to their counterparts, as they must navigate the uncertainties of flying unproven aircraft while conducting flight tests. In their role, test pilots are responsible for collecting essential data on aircraft performance, handling qualities and system functionality during flight tests, collaborating closely with aerospace engineers, designers, and technical experts. They provide valuable feedback and insights from their flight experiences to improve aircraft designs, systems, and performance. Overall, test pilots possess a unique combination of skills, experience, and mindset that set them apart from other pilots. Their contributions are vital in advancing aviation technology and ensuring the safety and reliability of new aircraft designs. Test pilots are not only a part of test flying, they also work with other professionals from the very beginning of the developing process. They are integral to the development and testing of new aircraft, playing a crucial role from the early stages of design to the final certification process. During the manufacturing and assembly process, test pilots review aircraft components and systems to verify quality and compliance with specifications. They may also participate in ground testing activities, evaluating system functionality and performance through simulations and test beds. As flight testing commences, test pilots work closely with flight test engineers and mission planners to define test objectives, develop test plans, and establish safety protocols. Following each flight test, they participate in data analysis and reporting activities, collaborating with engineers and technical experts to interpret data and make recommendations for further testing or modifications. Ultimately, test pilots contribute to the certification and validation process, working with regulatory authorities and certification agencies to ensure compliance with airworthiness standards and regulations. By actively participating in each stage of the aircraft development and testing process, test pilots ensure that new aircraft designs meet stringent performance, safety, and operational requirements, thereby advancing aviation technology and enhancing the safety of air travel. Becoming a test pilot is not a journey that starts with inherent qualities or traits, but rather it's a path that individuals deliberately choose and diligently pursue. It begins with a passion for aviation and a drive to explore the outer limits of aerospace technology. To embark on this career trajectory, one typically starts with a solid educational foundation. A bachelor's degree in engineering, physics, mathematics, or a related field lays the groundwork, although some may opt for advanced degrees to deepen their knowledge. Transitioning into the role of a test pilot often involves gaining experience as a pilot. Military service offers one avenue where aspiring pilots undergo rigorous training and gain valuable flying experience. For civilians, obtaining a commercial pilot's license, CPL, is a common route. Regardless of the path taken, accumulating flight hours and honing flying skills are essential steps along the way. While technical proficiency is crucial, the qualities that truly distinguish test pilots extend beyond flying prowess. Strong analytical abilities, problem-solving skills, and effective communication are equally vital. However, what sets test pilots apart are their extraordinary courage and bravery in the face of adversity. Test pilots must possess the courage to push the boundaries of aerospace technology, often venturing into uncharted territory where the risks are high and the margin for error is slim. Their ability to remain calm under pressure, make split-second decisions, and confront danger head-on is paramount. In addition to courage, test pilots must also demonstrate resilience, adaptability, and a relentless determination to overcome challenges and succeed in their mission. These exceptional qualities enable test pilots to navigate the complexities of flight testing with confidence and precision, ensuring the safety and success of each mission. The selection process for aspiring test pilots varies depending on the organization. Military programs often involve a competitive vetting process, assessing candidates' performance, aptitude, and potential. Civilian test pilot schools may have their own set of criteria, which could include academic qualifications, flight experience, and personal attributes. Once selected, the journey continues with intensive training. Classroom instruction covers a diverse range of subjects, from aerodynamics and aircraft systems to flight testing methodologies and safety protocols. Simulator sessions provide a simulated environment for practicing maneuvers and handling various scenarios. Hands-on flight testing, under the guidance of experienced mentors, offers invaluable real-world experience. Becoming a test pilot is not merely about mastering technical skills. It's about embracing a mindset of continuous learning, adaptability, and resilience. It's a career path that demands dedication, perseverance, and a steadfast commitment to safety. While the road may be challenging, the opportunity to push the boundaries of aviation technology and contribute to the advancement of flight is a reward like no other. Test pilots confront a range of emotional traumas throughout their careers, stemming from the inherent risks and pressures of their profession. One significant challenge is coping with the loss of colleagues, which can deeply affect the tight-knit aviation community. The loss of a dear friend or colleague in a fatal accident can lead to profound grief and emotional distress among test pilots. In addition to the loss of colleagues, test pilots may also experience personal injuries during flight testing. Whether minor or severe, these injuries can have lasting emotional effects, including anxiety, fear of flying, and post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD. Suffering injuries while pursuing their passion for flight can shake a test pilot's confidence and lead to emotional trauma. Furthermore, near misses or close calls during flight testing can elicit intense emotional reactions. Even when accidents are avoided, the adrenaline rush and fear experienced during these incidents can leave a lasting impact on a test pilot's mental well-being. The constant exposure to danger and uncertainty can contribute to heightened levels of stress and anxiety. Moreover, test pilots often face significant pressure to perform flawlessly in their high-stakes profession. The responsibility of ensuring the safety of the aircraft and crew, coupled with the fear of failure, can create immense stress and emotional strain. Balancing this pressure with the demands of personal life can be challenging, leading to feelings of guilt or isolation. In summary, test pilots must develop resilience and coping mechanisms to navigate the emotional challenges of their profession effectively. Seeking support from colleagues, family, friends, and mental health professionals is essential in maintaining emotional well-being and coping with the unique stresses of flight testing. What are the benefits of this challenging career? Becoming a test pilot presents a host of benefits, both professionally and personally. At its core, the role offers an unparalleled opportunity for professional development. Test pilots undergo extensive training and gain specialized expertise in flight testing, aircraft systems, and aerospace technology. This expertise not only enhances their professional skills, but also opens doors to career advancement within the aviation industry. Moreover, the work itself is incredibly exciting and challenging. Test pilots have the privilege of flying a diverse range of aircraft, including experimental and prototype models, each presenting unique challenges and opportunities for learning. Beyond the thrill of flight, test pilots also enjoy a heightened social status and recognition within the aviation industry and broader community. They are revered as pioneers and innovators, admired for their dedication to pushing the boundaries of flight. Their contributions to aviation innovation are widely recognized, further solidifying their status as leaders in the field. This recognition extends beyond the industry, with test pilots often celebrated for their bravery and achievements in the broader social community. On a personal level, the fulfillment derived from the role is immense. For many test pilots, the opportunity to explore the outer limits of aerospace technology and overcome challenges in flight testing is deeply rewarding. The sense of accomplishment that comes from achieving success in such a demanding and high-stakes environment is unparalleled. Additionally, the role offers competitive compensation and benefits, including a high salary reflective of the specialized nature of the work. Test pilots may also receive bonuses and incentives based on performance and project outcomes, further enhancing their financial rewards. Moreover, the role offers valuable networking opportunities within the aviation community. Test pilots frequently collaborate with aerospace engineers, designers, and industry professionals, fostering connections that can lead to future career opportunities and professional growth. In summary, becoming a test pilot offers a unique blend of professional challenges, personal fulfillment, and opportunities for advancement, along with heightened social status, recognition, and competitive compensation within the industry and broader community. The lifestyle of test pilots is characterized by a unique blend of excitement, challenge, and responsibility. Test pilots often lead dynamic and fast-paced lives, with their work revolving around the testing and evaluation of new aircraft designs, systems, and technologies. They may be involved in a variety of projects, ranging from experimental prototypes to advanced military aircraft, each presenting its own set of challenges and opportunities. The work of test pilots requires a high level of dedication and commitment, as they are responsible for pushing the boundaries of aerospace technology and ensuring the safety and performance of new aircraft designs. This often involves long hours of preparation, meticulous planning, and rigorous testing, both in the air and on the ground. However, the demanding nature of their work can also take a toll on their personal lives and relationships. Test pilots may experience frequent travel, extended periods away from home, and irregular work schedules, which can strain family dynamics and personal relationships. The inherent risks associated with their profession can also cause anxiety and stress for their loved ones, who must cope with the uncertainty of their safety during flight testing. Despite these challenges, many test pilots find fulfillment in their careers and derive a sense of purpose from their contributions to aviation innovation and safety. They often form close bonds with their colleagues and fellow aviators, sharing a unique camaraderie forged through shared experiences and challenges. The history of test piloting as a profession is rich and storied, dating back to the early days of powered flight. Test pilots have played a crucial role in the development of aviation technology, pushing the boundaries of what was thought possible and paving the way for advancements in aircraft design and performance. Notable figures in the history of test piloting include pioneers such as Chuck Yeager, who became the first pilot to break the sound barrier in 1947, and Jacqueline Cochran, who set numerous speed and altitude records as a test pilot and helped pave the way for women in aviation. Over the years, test piloting has evolved into a highly specialized and respected profession, with rigorous training programs and safety protocols in place to ensure the safety of test pilots and the success of flight testing programs. Today, test pilots continue to play a vital role in advancing aviation technology and shaping the future of flight. In summary, the lifestyle of test pilots is characterized by excitement, challenge, and responsibility, with a focus on pushing the boundaries of aerospace technology while ensuring safety and performance. Despite the demands of their profession, many test pilots find fulfillment in their careers and derive a sense of purpose from their contributions to aviation innovation. Now you understand why test pilots are called the real heroes or the kings of the sky. Absolutely. Hope you found the video informative. See you again soon with another one.